I'm Nick Goldschmidt, I'm a winemaker, and I'm standing here in one of my vineyards. This one is the Chelsea Merlot vineyard in Dry Creek. And you know we're in Dry Creek because you can see Fitch Mountain. Fitch Mountain stands at the top of Healdsburg, which is at the base of the Alexander Valley. And if you squizzle a little bit over to the left, you can't quite see in the cloud today, but that's Mount St. Helena, which of course is at the top of the Napa Valley. But here we are at a very interesting growing point in the season. We are just before flowering, and we have shoots that have already got the clusters on them, they just haven't set yet. And the next stage in the vineyard development is we'll be coming through and taking off shoots or non-count shoots that we didn't plan for. So this is a spur, and we've left 2 shoots on the spur, and this is a 3rd shoot that I've taken off, which we don't need. And on that shoot we only have 1 cluster, which is interesting. Typically we would have 2 clusters, and in about a week you're going to see this all covered in little white flowers, and that's the stage of development we're at. The growth stage at this point is about right for where we are in terms of the cluster morphology, but we are about 2 weeks behind in the season, and this is a relatively cool season and we're in a relatively cool area. The other unique thing about this vineyard is we're standing in a vineyard that I grow organically. You'll see under the vines we either weed whack or we French plow, but in this case we've removed the weeds by hand, and then in the middle of the vineyard here we basically leave it untouched. Organic grape growing is quite a little controversial because I actually need more labor to grow organically than I do in a traditional format. When I say that, I mean I've got to bring more hand labor into this vineyard to do operations that I would normally have done by tractor. And when we do that, we're obviously doubling the carbon footprint. The other thing that we do is to remove weeds, we have to bring my big carbon monoxide tractor in here about 6 or 7 times with my plow to remove the weeds, or as I said, do it by hand versus strip spraying, which is done in a more traditional manner.